What's poppin', y'all? It's your boy Apex. Today we at Charlotte for R&B Only Live. We're back on tour. Come with me so I can show y'all how I get paid to be myself. Come with us to go sound check. We'll play some music on the speakers to make sure that the music can sound good tonight. We in the green room right now, getting ready. We already did sound check, so it's pretty simple, just chilling now. We got the media team all ready to go. I gotta get my words right to make sure I don't stutter on stage. But it's been all summer. I'm ready to get back on the stage. We got Mikey in the building. What it do?
Good. What's up, bro? How are you?
This is one of our newer hosts, and he's about to take the world by storm. Actually, one of HBCU's #1 host? What was it?
#1 HBCU host in the nation.
Mikey gonna come with us, and we're gonna walk through to show you what it's do in Charlotte. This is where all the magic goes down. You see it, we mic'd up. We gonna get the show popping, get the mic on top. Got our runner show, ready to go, up the scope. It's hard to make content as a host and not an artist because it's like, I don't wanna promote just the event. Y'all know what R&B Only is, and I love promoting R&B Only, but it's not hard to know what's going on there. It is hard to know what we do.
That's real.
People don't really understand what a host does. They just see us on the mic and think we're hype.
That's all we do.
It's not that. It's an art.
It is an art.
Not affiliated with Live Nation.
Not at all, actually. Not at all.
They're homies.
Yeah, shout out.
But they do not pay for this.
They don't.
The big dog does.
You're different, so I wanted to ask you.
You also go through the ego of it where you realize like a host's job isn't to be a good host, because you know the difference.
Yeah.
You know the difference.
There's a hype man and then there's a host.
There's a hype man and a host, and then there's promoters that call themselves hosts.
Yeah.
When you get into a creative field, when you get into entrepreneurship, when you get into business, you have to have a mentality of selflessness. And that's what a lot of hosts and a lot of entertainers and creators forget. They get in their own way because it's about how people are gonna receive me, what people are gonna think about me, what people are gonna judge me. A host has to go out there and get judged no matter what.
No matter what.
And our priority is to make sure that people out there are having a good time. That's the essential when it comes to how to build an audience. Make sure you're super serving the customer, super serve the audience, super serve the listeners. So when you get into these creative fields, these businesses, whatever your endeavor is, get out of your own way. It's not just about you, it's about the people you're trying to serve. Everything else will come to you afterward. But you have to move unselfishly. You have to move selflessly, distinguishing who you are. I told you I'll share my story so that way you can learn to tell your story and we can make history. And who better to help tell your story than somebody writing his story right now and who also hosts. So Mikey, tell them who you are, where to find you, and what you do.
What's going on, y'all? My name is just Mikey. I just graduated from North Carolina A&T. I also serve as one of the hosts for R&B Only Live, and I was the former #1 HBC host in the nation.
So boom, Mikey, I got a couple questions for you, and we're gonna go back and forth with the questions. You know how that go. We gotta tell the people, how exactly does one become successful in monetizing their craft? So tell us a little bit about how you got into hosting. Tell us the short version, but tell us the why as well.
Real. So I would say I never really knew what a host was, but I would say for people that are really just trying to make it, be original. Find what works for you. Because in this type of industry or anything creative, if you're original, it works because no one's seen it before. So I would just say always make sure you stay true to who you are and use your personality for everything that you do in life. Just use your personality and it'll come out.
When you first started hosting, were there a lot of role models that you had to copy, or how did you figure out how to be your own unique style of host anyway?
I would say coming from a HBCU, there's always a host. There's always somebody talking on a microphone. So I kind of just saw people that were doing that, and just more so I would tell them, okay, cool, I know what to do, I know what not to do, but I also knew to be original based upon if I'm just doing the same thing they're doing, why wouldn't people just book them? So the whole hosting thing, how'd you get into it and your passion behind it for this right here?
For me, it was a little bit easy to know I wanted to be a host because I love talking. I learned that I love the idea of connection. I love the idea of sharing stories, and I love the idea of empowering people. I think 23-ish, basically a little bit right after college, is when I really locked in on like, I'm gonna be the greatest showman I can be. Because it's not about being the greatest host. There is no such thing, because it's your cup of tea. But I'm gonna be the greatest showman I can be. A real MC looks like. But moving on to that, you got into R&B Only. what's something that you want to make sure people understand more about hosting now that you're out of school and you're doing this nationwide tour?
I just want everybody to understand that we're here to really make the experience what you might think it is, but we're gonna make it even better than what you thought it was, pretty much. So whenever I touch a stage, learning from the best, one of the best that I've ever seen in my life, I will say anytime we touch a stage, we are curating a vibe that is just unmatchable and really taking you through time and really taking you through music, real music, and music that we all love and enjoy, and it's just gonna make you have a great time, man. We are really here to make sure you guys have a phenomenal time, because we're gonna have a great time. We're gonna have a phenomenal time, but we want y'all to have even better time.